Hello, welcome back to my channel. It's been like a month and I've been doing all sorts of things which I'll tell you about. For example, I met Jane Lynch and met and hugged Melissa Etheridge, who is an amazing hugger. She's the kind that like you hug and she'll hug you tighter, and you know, hug a little bit tighter and she'll hug a little bit tighter. It's like, wow. She's such an amazing talent too. I mean, really. I am eating a baked potato. I am today the lowest weight that I have been in a very, 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 very long time. I'll show it. I finally hit the 130s, 230s. On my way to the 220s. I don't want to hang out in the 230s too long. My doctor's appointment is coming up in August. And she's gonna flip. She's just gonna, I don't know, her mind's gonna be blown for sure. By then, my hope is that I will have lost 70 pounds. I officially today lost 60. Since turning to this vegan diet with on and off potato hacking. You know, I didn't really feel like doing a mukbang. Like for the past month, I thought that I was getting kind of lost, really. Probably the best time to do a mukbang. But I was just allowing myself to eat, you know, whatever. I didn't go non-vegan, SOS vegan. Well, I might add a lot of O's in there with my tortilla chips and things. But overall, I didn't gain more than 5 pounds during that time. And I was eating things like I would make a Mexican style dish with rice and beans and tons of vegetables. And then I would make a vegan cashew-based cheddar cheese. And then, of course, my cashew-based sour cream. And I would have olives on it, and you know, I wasn't paying attention. I'd snack on peanuts, I'd snack on walnuts, and I just kind of let myself be. I didn't gain more than 5 pounds that time, but I did gain, you know. I think a lot of it also had to do with salt, but a lot of stuff was just, I don't know, with regard to like the chips and stuff, and I don't know. I wasn't really watching as much. I wasn't as diligent as I was before. And then I had started karate, which I'm still doing karate. I changed schools. This school just turned out to be just seriously not a good fit for me. There was far too much like socialization during class. And to karate instructors out there, there are students who do not want this environment, such as myself. Maybe I'm only talking about myself, but I don't think so. I think that an athlete wants to go in and wants to stay focused, wants to bow in, and there's no other type of, you know, bullshit that's going on. You bow in and you kneel, and there's no talking. You know, you're getting in the zone. You're getting ready. You're getting your game face ready. You're getting your game mind set ready for what you're going to learn and what you're going to do in class. And this other place just really took it as a joke. You know, it was just like, it was so haphazard, and he had mostly his students teaching, you know, like black belts, his black belts. Well, let me tell you something. When you get your black belt, it does not mean that it's going to make you a teacher and an instructor. I found that people were just kind of just not taking it seriously, or creating, in one case with me, there's this woman who was just creating drama. Just creating drama with me for no reason. And I had only been there for 2 weeks. So for me to get that agitated and irritated and annoyed, I was just like, I'm out of here. And man, am I glad I did that. Because I went over to another karate studio. Longer drive for me, but it's worth it. Pricier, but it's worth it. And, you know, it's more traditional. The head instructor is the only instructor. I just prefer that a lot. You know, I'm getting a consistent message with what I'm learning. So, and the content that I took in and that I learned within those 2 weeks in comparison to the, I'm going to call it fast food Kempo karate, was like night and day. Like, he even had, like, he handed out a sheet. He said, these are the techniques you need to learn. And gave me that sheet. I can check it off. I can go on YouTube and, you know, refine my skill and practice my skill when I'm, you know, at home and stuff. And it was just much more organized. And you can tell how much he loves it. You know, I didn't get that sense from the other guy at all. But whatever. Well, I don't take a karate class to socialize. If I want to socialize, believe me, it's not going to be where I'm going to be sweating profusely and exercising. I'm just not that kind of girl. So even when I was at the other place, there was something wrong there with my body too. I keep doing that. My apologies. I'm not sure what that's doing. If you're hearing a thud every time my hand drops. But I would come home from class and my whole body would hurt. And it would affect my sleeping. And I just didn't feel very good. And I think that I found myself pushing myself to kind of keep up with all of the cardio and stuff that they were doing. And I probably should have been slowing down a bit. I'm putting it on me. But when I first took, I first took martial arts when I was a little kid through the town. I took something called Jakido by Master Paul Laurel. And then I begged my mom, I want to do it again, I want to take karate. And she let me take karate at, oh man, Fred Villars. And back then, they would have classes and it would be like, if you're like white, yellow, orange, might have a class together. Then purple and blue and green would have class together. You know what I mean? There would be a division of of ranks, where I've noticed that these two schools in particular, there just aren't enough students, I guess, I don't know, for them to have that kind of division. So my class on Monday, there were mostly black belts, and one of them was, you know, like the same degree as the guy from the other school, a 5th degree black belt. My current instructor is an 8th degree black belt. And then I said that. Well, I'll say it again. And brown belts, green belts, there's no white belt. The lowest other belt was green. And that's where I left off the last time, 25 years ago. So I'm just kind of like, you know, you know, he's doing stuff in class, and I'm like, I don't know. I feel bad for them because they have to review like yellow belt techniques, orange belt techniques, and because there's like this lowly, you know, newbie in their class. But it worked out, I guess. I won't be going back to that class though. I'm gonna go to maybe like Friday and Saturday and Wednesday maybe. I'll try Wednesday. I feel a lot more balanced than I did at the other place. That's for sure. And I'm not in excruciating what the hell is going on with my body pain. So everything's right on track. I didn't think it was. I didn't, you know, because I was kind of eating like, I don't know. I wasn't losing weight. I was gaining or maintaining, but nothing too terribly traumatic. And here I am. And I didn't think I was going to be here at 2:38. I didn't think I was going to make it. I was like, uh-oh, I'm stuck for sure. But I just allowed myself to eat what I wanted to eat, and did that for a solid month. Got rid of the hack. Didn't worry about the hack, and really tested this diet, this vegan diet. And then I hit it with a hack, as I'm doing this week, and it's working. See, the hack last time, and I have it on film, another excuse why I haven't been filming, is that my old video program, I don't know, maybe it's outdated or something, probably. I got the new one and I'm just not comfortable with it. I have to get it set up so that it's just more user-friendly. I like the older version of it. And you know, so I didn't have my video editing tools. I'm not sure I'm going to be editing this that much either. But I definitely wanted to get it, you know, get my face out here again, let you know I'm still here. Just being a normal person with my fallibility. And this was effective. I didn't judge it that much. You know, I didn't think it was really going to end either. I was not losing weight and maybe, like I said earlier, stuck. But it feels great to be 238. And someone else will be like, you're what? Oh God, you're 238 pounds. And you're just like, wow, you just don't get it. I'm doing something right, and I'm sharing it with you. It's not that complicated. It really is not that complicated. My wife is making out like a freaking culinary bandit, because I find that when I do a hack, I tend to, oh, that camera's shaking an awful lot. Let me do that. Then when I do a hack, I like to test some of some new recipes, and one of them was, we really like P.F. Chang's, but even though we request that there's no oil, they still sometimes use oil. And to me, for what we're getting, it's just not worth it. So I got frustrated with it, and I made her a vegan, oil-free lettuce wrap, P.F. Chang style. It's like an imitation of P.F. Chang and everything. It uses a hoisin sauce, and it's really good because I loaded it up with water chestnuts. I added some broccoli to it. I added a bunch of stuff to it, and the actual lettuce wrap portion was an epic fail. But what do you do? They didn't have iceberg lettuce at Whole Foods that day. And so there's just been, you know, the food is so delicious. Like maybe less than a week ago, we were at the Etheridge concert, and they had vegetarian wraps there. They were so good. We are not missing out on anything being vegan at all. Like, I find that there would be really no excuse whatsoever not to be vegan. If you're gonna continue to have oils and salts and sugars in your diet, so you're not really doing it for maybe the healthiest reasons, other than to get rid of like meat and dairy, which is a huge still health benefit, to get rid of that in your diet. But if you're kind of like, oh, I can't be vegetarian, there's too much food out there that is just completely savory and delicious, that, you know, you're not going to miss that burger. You have my sour cream, you're not going to miss sour cream. You have like any of the stuff that I make is really good, and I'm not a chef. I'm just going with it, you know? So if you are, you know, thinking about becoming vegan, don't worry about it. You'll be okay. There's a lot of options. Like I said, like just to find this delicious veggie wrap. It's at the ranch in Webster, Massachusetts. And, you know, I don't know what sauce they use. It probably has oil in it. You know, what am I going to do? I think it was a dressing, actually. So there's probably some oil in it. They're not going to make it oil-free if they think it's going to affect the taste, which it's not. But, you know, when they cook the vegetables, they'll use oil. Those are the hidden kind of things that they do that make a dish, for me, unhealthy, is when that type of oil is used. But again, you know, over that period of time that I was just kind of eating, not worrying so much about the oil. I mean, I wasn't having oil every meal. I wasn't seeking oil. I just wasn't gonna, you know, be all bent out of shape if there was oil, you know, like in my chips, in tortilla chips and stuff. I'm not gonna be freaked out in the future if there's some oil in my chips either, because I really like chips like that. But I'm always going to seek them out instead of the oil version, by far. What else? Body-wise, I mean, I still lift. I don't write a calendar I don't have like a calendar. I do not doing a journal of it or anything along those lines. When I feel like I want to lift, I lift. And all in good time. I'm just trusting my body. I'm trusting what it's saying. And if it wants to take a break and have tortilla chips, God damn it, I'm going to have tortilla chips. But I'm going to go back on my hack to, you know, continue what I'm doing to clear my taste buds, to make sure I stay focused. And not that I have any control over it, because honestly, my body is leading me at this time. And I know it sounds really like hippie drum circle-ish, but I swear to God, that's how it has worked out. But body-wise, I guess, losing the weight, I'm getting this chicken neck thing. This was all filled in with fat. I mean, seriously, like, I had a lot of fat around my neck, so that's going. It's not gone, duh. You know, I still got the double chin. Yeah, it's right there. But as I'm noticing, you know, changes. Also, I'm getting flabby. Like, even though, you know, I work my guns, when I'm punching in class, like, it, oh God, does that. So there's more motivation to work my triceps a bit more and my guns. Yeah, I still got my guns. Still got them. Sort of. Not really. Whatever. They'll be back. I noticed that as I'm losing weight, that I'm kind of getting like flabby in some spots because, you know, it's not housing the fat. So I don't know what's going to happen with that, you know. I don't really care. Well, I do care when I'm punching and the punch just keeps going. Like, yeah, a little bit. So I'm not going to be wearing like short sleeves yet. But these are some of the changes that my body's going through. I know that in some of the other videos I've seen that people ask, you know, people have lost like, oh, you know, like, what'd you get? Like skin surgery or something like that. It's a process. It's a process, I guess, it takes just over time will work out, I guess. I don't know. But I'm so glad I did this mukbang. You know, I'm glad it's a potato hack. And believe me, in the near future, I will most definitely plate up my imitation P.F. Chang veggie wraps and even some tortilla chips and do a Mexican dish. I'll go back to all of that and, you know, dig in with you guys. But right now, my body wants this. And I am complying. So, until next time. Mwah!